All right, buckle up, everybody, because today we are taking a deep dive
A deep dive.
into the world of body recomposition.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
That's a good one.
that holy grail of fitness, right?
Yeah.
Building muscle and burning fat at the same time.
At the same time.
We are going to be breaking down a YouTube video by Dr. Rosa
Okay.
called Quema Grasa y Gana Músculo al mismo tiempo, Dr. Rosa.
Right.
And
I'm excited for this one.
me too. It's
Yeah.
a fascinating topic.
Yeah.
Your mission, if you choose to accept it,
Okay.
is to figure out how this whole recomposition thing actually works,
Okay.
what the science says about it,
Mm-mm.
and most importantly, how you can make it happen for yourself.
It might surprise you to know
Oh,
that our bodies are actually
okay.
pretty good at this whole recomposition thing.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have thought that it was something that was really difficult for our bodies to do.
Well, historically speaking,
Okay.
humans carried less body fat and more muscle.
Huh.
Dr. Rosa points to the Paleolithic era as a prime example.
Oh, wow. So like caveman times.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it really makes you think about the impact of modern diet and lifestyle, doesn't it?
It really does.
Yeah.
So if our ancestors were basically rocking that recomp look without even trying,
Pretty much.
what were they doing that we're not?
Well, a lot of it comes down to
Yeah.
what they ate, how they lived, and even unintentional periods of fasting.
Oh.
Food wasn't constantly available back then.
Right.
So those cycles of feast and famine,
I see.
which we might consider intermittent fasting today,
Okay.
likely played a role in their body composition.
So it's not some like crazy new fad diet, more like tapping into
Exactly.
our body's ancient blueprint.
Our body's ancient blueprint, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
But before we all go hunting and gathering, let's talk about something that comes up a lot when we talk about fat loss.
Yeah.
Calorie restriction.
Right. That's
Yeah.
the first instinct is often to slash calories drastically.
Yeah. Eat as little as possible.
Exactly. But here's where it gets interesting.
Okay.
Simply reducing your calorie intake by 20%
Mm-hmm.
can actually significantly hinder muscle protein synthesis.
Oh, wow. Okay. So like starving ourselves is not the answer.
Not really.
No. What does work then?
All
Who
right.
can actually benefit from this recomposition magic?
It seems to work best for a few groups of people.
Okay.
Those who are new to training,
Okay.
people getting back into exercise after a break, and individuals with a higher body fat percentage,
Sure.
generally over 25%.
So that might be you listening right now.
That could be you, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're in one of those categories, this is for you.
This is getting really interesting.
Yeah.
But let's be honest.
Yeah,
Building muscle takes protein.
of course.
If we're also trying to lose fat,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't that make protein
Yeah.
even more important?
You hit the nail on the head there.
Okay, good.
When you're in a calorie deficit
Okay.
or intentionally fasting, your body can start breaking down muscle for fuel.
Oh, no, that's what we don't want.
That's what we want to avoid.
Yeah.
That's where protein comes in.
Okay.
It helps counteract that process.
Okay.
Dr. Rosa suggests consuming 2 grams of protein
2 grams
per kilogram of body weight
per kilogram.
during the recomp phase.
Okay, so 2 grams per kilogram. That seems like a lot.
It's definitely a significant increase,
Okay.
but remember, it's temporary.
Oh, okay.
Once you've reached your desired body composition,
Okay.
you can adjust your protein intake accordingly.
Okay, that makes sense.
And here's a fascinating tidbit from the video.
Okay.
Using essential amino acids might be even more efficient
Oh,
than relying solely on whole protein sources for recomp.
okay.
They're the building blocks of protein, so they're readily available for muscle repair and growth.
So protein is clearly the MVP here.
It's up there, yeah.
But what about carbs? How do we find that sweet spot where we're fueling our bodies
Yeah.
without overdoing it?
It's all about balance, isn't it?
Right.
We need carbs for energy and muscle growth,
Of course.
but too many can lead to fat storage.
Right.
The key is to focus on those slow-digesting, low-glycemic index carbs,
Okay.
the kind that release sugar into your bloodstream gradually.
So like, give me some examples.
Think whole grains, fruits, vegetables.
Okay.
They help keep blood sugar levels stable
Okay.
and minimize fat storage.
That makes total sense, and it reminds me of the example Dr. Rosa gave in the video
Oh, yeah?
about avoiding sugary treats and processed foods.
Oh, yes.
Because they cause those rapid blood sugar spikes.
Exactly. We don't want those.
Yeah, no.
But there's another layer to this carb conundrum. We also need adequate insulin
Okay.
and a growth factor called IGF-1
Okay.
to really promote muscle growth.
Wow, so it's like a
It's a delicate
It's a
dance.
complex equation we're trying to solve here.
Yeah.
And speaking of essential nutrients, let's talk about fats.
Fats, yes.
Healthy fats kind of get a bad rap sometimes.
We do.
But they're crucial, right?
They absolutely are.
Oh.
Healthy fats are vital for hormone production,
Okay.
especially testosterone,
Right.
which plays a key role in your metabolism and energy levels.
Right. So if our hormones are out of whack, that's going to make it much harder.
It's going to throw everything off.
Yeah. To achieve any kind of body composition change.
For sure.
Okay. So we've covered the nutrition side of things.
Sweet.
Yeah. What about training?
Training.
What's the best workout routine for recomp?
According to Dr. Rosa,
Okay.
full body workouts
Okay.
multiple times a week
Okay.
seem to be the winning formula.
Full body workouts. Interesting.
Yeah.
So not like splitting it up into like leg day, arm day,
No, not so much.
the whole shebang.
All at once.
Why is that so effective?
Well, when we're in a calorie deficit,
Okay.
our bodies tend to prioritize burning fat over building muscle.
Oh, that makes sense.
Right. So full body workouts help counteract that by maximizing muscle stimulation and overall training volume.
So it's like sending a signal to your body
Exactly.
that you want to hold on to that muscle mass.
You're telling your body, hey, I need these muscles. Don't get rid of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. So it's not just about burning calories. It's
about challenging your muscles. Yeah.
challenging our muscles.
Encouraging them to grow.
So full body, high intensity workouts.
That's the ticket.
Got it.
Yeah.
Now, there's another approach that's really popular right now.
Right.
Intermittent fasting.
AF.
AF or IF, yeah,
Right.
is a friend or foe when it comes to recomp.
IF can be a powerful tool,
Okay.
but we need to use it strategically.
Okay.
By restricting your eating window,
Okay.
you essentially force your body to tap into stored energy reserves,
Okay.
promoting fat burning.
So that sounds promising, but
Yeah.
are there any potential downsides or
Oh, for sure.
things we need to be careful about with IF?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Remember how we talked about protein distribution? Yeah. That's particularly crucial with IF.
Okay.
A study mentioned in the video found that evenly spreading protein intake
Okay.
throughout the day
Okay.
led to better recomp results compared to eating the same amount of protein
Okay.
in a shorter time frame.
So, like, timing matters as much as total intake.
It really does, yeah.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
So what were the specific findings of this study?
Those who distributed their protein evenly
Yeah, well,
gained more muscle, about 2.5 kilograms in just 12 weeks,
Wow.
and lost fat.
Wow, that's a lot of muscle.
It is.
But those who clustered their protein intake
Right.
actually gained fat,
They did.
even though they were consuming the same total amount.
Isn't that interesting?
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
It seems like it all comes back to providing your body
Yes.
with a consistent supply of those building blocks
Exactly.
to maintain and build muscle.
You got it.
Now, beyond its fat-burning potential,
Okay.
IF also has another intriguing benefit. It can increase growth hormone levels.
Growth hormone.
Yeah, doesn't that make you taller?
Not in adults.
Okay.
But while it might not increase height after puberty,
Right.
growth hormone plays a vital role in tissue growth and renewal,
Okay.
which is especially beneficial for recomp.
So more growth hormone equals more muscle growth
Yeah.
and faster recovery.
That's right.
Okay.
And get this, exercise alone can increase growth hormone levels
Okay.
up to 7 times their normal level.
Okay, that's a lot.
But combine exercise with IF,
Okay.
and those levels can jump nearly 20 times.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
So we've got calorie restriction,
Yes.
exercise,
Yes.
and IF working together for this fat-burning, muscle-building magic.
That's the trifecta.
But let's be real, that sounds pretty demanding on the body.
It's no walk in the park, that's for sure.
Right.
But it's manageable.
Yeah.
You just have to be smart about it.
Managing stress levels is crucial,
Oh, absolutely.
right? And that means prioritizing quality sleep.
Sleep is so important.
When we're stressed, our bodies pump out cortisol,
Right.
which, as we've discussed, can interfere with muscle growth.
Exactly.
So stress is like a silent saboteur
It is. It really is.
working against our goals.
Yeah.
Dr. Rosa even suggests using supplements like creatine or amino acids
Yeah.
after workouts to help reduce stress,
Okay.
especially if you're training in a fasted state.
Those can definitely be helpful.
Now, with all this talk about body recomposition,
Yeah.
how do we actually track or progress?
That's a great question.
Muscle gain and fat loss don't always happen at the same rate,
Right.
so it can be tricky to know if we're on the right track.
Exactly.
I'm always tempted to just hop on the scale.
I know. Right.
But I know that doesn't tell the whole story.
It doesn't.
So what should we be doing instead?
Instead of relying solely on the scale,
Okay.
Dr. Rosa suggests tracking your measurements.
Oh, okay.
Focus on areas where you typically store fat,
Like, give me an example.
like your waist, hips, and thighs.
Okay, so if those measurements are going down,
Yes,
that's a good sign we're losing fat.
that's a good indicator, yeah.
What about tracking muscle growth?
You can measure muscle growth in specific areas,
Okay.
like your back, biceps, or shoulders.
Okay.
And of course, keeping track of your strength gains in the gym
Oh, yeah.
is another great indicator of progress.
All right, so ditch the scale and grab a measuring tape.
Exactly.
This has been such an eye-opening deep dive into the world of recomp.
It really has.
We've explored the science behind it, uncovered dietary and training strategies,
We've covered a lot of ground.
and even learned about the powerful role of IF and stress management.
It's all connected.
And we've only just scratched the surface.
We've only just begun.
But for now, let's leave you with something to ponder.
Okay.
Remember how Dr. Rosa compared humans to migratory birds?
Oh, yes, the birds.
He mentioned how they dramatically alter their body composition
Right.
by changing their diet and gut flora before those long migrations.
Fascinating, isn't it?
So he was suggesting that optimizing our gut bacteria
Yes.
could be the next frontier in enhancing our own recomp journeys.
It's definitely something to think about.
Something to think about.
Yeah,
Definitely food for thought.
absolutely.
And if you're hungry for more information on this topic,
Yeah.
I highly recommend checking out Dr. Rosa's YouTube channel.
He's got some great stuff.
He's got a treasure trove of insights waiting to be discovered.
I'll have to check it out myself.
Yeah, for sure.
It really is mind-blowing when you think about it.
It is.
All those trillions of bacteria living in our gut
Right.
could have such a massive impact
Yeah.
on our body composition.
It makes you wonder what else we don't know
Ah, there's so much.
about the human body.
Yeah.
I mean, we've heard about the gut-brain connection, but
Right.
the gut-muscle connection,
Yeah, the gut-muscle connection. It's fascinating.
that's a whole new level.
It is. It's a testament to how complex our bodies are.
Yeah.
We're just starting to scratch the surface, right?
Of understanding how it all works together.
So if we're serious about optimizing our recomp efforts, sounds like we need to be paying attention
Absolutely.
to our gut health, too.
Gut health is key.
And that circles back to
Yeah.
the importance of a healthy diet,
Yes.
rich in prebiotics,
Prebiotics, yeah.
those types of fiber
Mhm.
that feed the beneficial bacteria in our gut.
It's like we're not just feeding ourselves.
Right.
We're feeding our little gut buddies, too.
Our tiny little gut buddies.
Exactly.
And those little buddies
They're important.
play a huge role
Yeah.
in our overall health,
Absolutely.
including how our bodies process nutrients
Right.
and regulate fat storage.
It really changes how you think about food.
It does.
It's not just calories in, calories out.
Right?
It's about nourishing our bodies at a cellular level.
I love that perspective.
Yeah. It's about creating an environment where our bodies can thrive.
And speaking of thriving,
Okay.
let's go back to something we touched on earlier. Stress.
Stress, yes.
I think it deserves a deeper dive,
For sure.
considering how many of us are constantly running on overdrive these days.
I know. It's like a constant state of stress for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Chronic stress can be a major roadblock
Yeah.
to achieving any health or fitness goal,
Right.
including recomp well.
When we're stressed, our bodies pump out cortisol.
Cortisol, the stress hormone.
And as we discussed, that can interfere with muscle growth.
Exactly.
But it's not just about muscle growth, is it?
no, it affects everything.
What else?
Our sleep,
Oh, yeah.
our appetite,
Okay.
our mood.
It's like this cascade of negativity.
It really is like a domino effect.
No wonder it's so hard to stick to healthy habits.
Yeah, when you're feeling stressed and sleep deprived,
Yeah,
your motivation just goes out the window.
it really does.
Yeah,
So it sounds like stress management is just as important
I think so.
as diet and exercise
They've all connected.
when it comes to making lasting changes. Yeah, it's about taking a holistic approach,
Right.
recognizing that our physical, mental, and emotional well-being
Yeah.
are all intertwined.
So what are some practical ways to manage stress?
Well, besides getting enough sleep,
Which I know can be a challenge.
it is for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Mindfulness practices like meditation
Okay.
and yoga can be incredibly effective
Yeah, I could see that.
at calming the nervous system
Okay.
and reducing cortisol levels.
What about spending time in nature?
Spending time in nature has been shown to have similar benefits.
I'd also add that finding activities you truly enjoy
Yes.
that help you disconnect from the daily grind
That's so important.
is so important.
Whether it's reading, listening to music,
Yeah.
or connecting with loved ones.
It's about finding those moments
Yes.
of peace and relaxation.
It's about making self-care
Yeah.
a non-negotiable part of your routine.
So far, we've talked about diet,
Yeah.
exercise, stress management,
Right.
and even gut health.
We've covered a lot.
When it comes to recomp,
It's all important.
but I think there's one more crucial element we need to address.
Oh. What's that?
Mindset.
Mindset. Yes, that's a big one.
Our beliefs and attitudes play a huge role
They really do.
in our success, no matter what goal we're pursuing.
It's so easy to fall into the trap of looking for quick fixes,
It is.
especially when it comes to transforming our bodies.
Yeah.
But recomp is a journey, not a sprint.
I know. I've definitely fallen into that trap before.
I think we all have at some point.
Like, okay, I hit my goal weight.
Right.
Now I can relax.
But it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't. It keeps going.
It's about creating lasting habits
Yeah.
that support our long-term health and well-being.
I think it's crucial to remember
Yeah.
that our worth isn't tied
Absolutely.
to our body compass.
It's about so much more than that.
We're all unique individuals
We are.
with different genetics,
Different lifestyles.
lifestyles, goals.
It's about striving for progress, not perfection.
I love that.
And celebrating our bodies for what they can do.
Yes.
Rather than focusing on perceived flaws.
Well said.
Thank you.
So as we wrap up this deep dive
Right.
into the world of recomp,
Yeah.
let's leave our listeners
All right.
with a few key takeaways.
I'm ready.
First and foremost,
Okay.
remember that recomp is achievable,
It is.
but it requires a multifaceted approach
Yes.
that includes diet,
Mm,
exercise, stress management,
absolutely.
and even gut health.
It's all connected.
Second,
Okay.
be patient
Patience is key.
and consistent with your efforts.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
And neither are six-pack abs.
That's a good one.
And finally,
Okay.
embrace the journey.
Yes.
Focus on progress, not perfection.
Love it.
Celebrate your body for the amazing vessel it is.
Our bodies are amazing.
And remember that true transformation happens from the inside out.
I think those are some great takeaways.
Yeah, before we officially sign off,
Okay.
I have one last question.
All right, shoot.
We've covered a lot of the science behind recomp,
Really have.
but what about putting this knowledge into action?
The practical application.
Yeah, what does it actually look like in real life?
That's a great question, and that's where things get personalized.
Okay,
There's no one-size-fits-all approach.
so it's not just about following
No,
a generic meal plan or workout routine.
definitely not.
It's about taking those principles we've discussed
Yes.
and tailoring them
Exactly.
to your unique needs and circumstances.
For example, someone brand new to exercise
Okay?
will have different needs than someone who's been lifting weights for years.
And someone with a demanding work schedule
Right.
might need to approach intermittent fasting differently
Exactly. You have to adapt it to your lifestyle.
than someone with more flexibility in their day.
And we can't forget about personal preferences.
Right, because if you hate the taste of broccoli,
Exactly.
forcing yourself to eat it every day
Yeah, you're not going to stick with that.
isn't going to be sustainable.
No, it's all about finding what works for you.
So it's about finding that balance
Yes.
between science-backed principles
Right.
and real-life practicality.
It's about creating a plan you can stick with.
Yeah.
One that feels good for both your body and mind.
So let's say someone listening
Okay,
is feeling inspired and ready to start their own recomp journey.
that's great.
What's the first step they should take?
I'd say the first step is to honestly assess your current situation.
Like, what do you mean by that?
Where are you starting from?
Okay.
What are your goals?
Okay.
What are your strengths and challenges?
And then what?
Once you have a clear understanding of where you are, you can start to formulate a plan.
So that might involve seeking guidance from a qualified fitness professional?
It could, yes.
Or a nutritionist?
Someone who can help you create a personalized program.
Okay, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
What if someone isn't quite ready to work with a professional?
There's a wealth of information available online.
Yeah, but there's also a lot of misinformation out there.
That's true. It's important to be discerning
Okay.
and choose sources that are evidence-based and credible.
So look for reputable websites,
Yes.
books, articles,
Written by qualified experts.
and don't be afraid to experiment a little
Absolutely.
to find what works best for you.
Body recomposition is a journey of self-discovery.
It is.
It's about learning to listen to your body,
Yeah.
adjusting your approach as needed.
And celebrating the progress you make along the way.
It's not about being perfect, it's about making progress.
This has been such an incredible deep dive
It has.
into the world of body recomposition.
I've really enjoyed it.
Thank you so much for sharing your expertise with us.
It's been my pleasure.
Remember, knowledge is power.
It is.
And now you have the tools
You do.
to transform your body from the inside out.
Go out there and make it happen.
To all our amazing listeners out there,
Yes.
thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery.
It's been a fun one.
We'll catch you on the next deep dive. You know, it's amazing to think
What's that?
that we actually have so much more control
Yeah,
over our bodies
we do.
than we often realize.
We really do. It's empowering.
And it's not just about
Yeah.
how our bodies look.
Right.
Recomp can have a huge impact
Absolutely.
on our overall health and well-being.
It's not just about aesthetics. It's about feeling good.
You're right. It's not just about
Yes.
fitting into a certain size.
Yeah.
We're talking increased energy,
Right.
better mood,
Better sleep.
improved sleep.
Reduced risk of chronic
It's
diseases.
even a reduced risk of
Yeah.
those chronic diseases that we hear so much about.
It's like this ripple effect of positivity,
I'm like,
stemming from understanding the science and making informed choices.
well said.
Thank you.
You know, one thing that really struck me
Yeah.
from Dr. Rosa's video
Okay.
was his point about viewing recomp as a lifestyle,
Ah.
not
right.
a
Well,
destination.
that's a great point.
It's not about hitting a specific number on the scale
No.
or reaching a certain body fat percentage
Yes.
and then going back to our old habits.
Exactly.
I know I've definitely fallen into that trap
I
before.
think we all have.
Okay, I've hit my goal weight, now I can relax and
Right. Back to the pizza and ice cream.
yeah, but it doesn't work that way.
It comes back to bite you.
It does.
Yeah.
So what does that actually look like, viewing it as a lifestyle?
It's about nourishing our bodies
Okay.
with wholesome, nutrient-rich foods,
Yeah.
the kind that make us feel good from the inside out.
It's about moving our bodies regularly.
Absolutely.
Finding activities we enjoy
Yeah.
that make us feel strong and energized.
And it's about managing stress effectively,
Yes.
recognizing that chronic stress can sabotage our best efforts.
It really is about making choices
It is.
that align with our values and goals
Yeah.
day in and day out.
It's a daily commitment.
And it's
Yeah.
important to remember
What's that?
that it's a journey with ups and downs.
There will be bumps in the road,
There will be setbacks and challenges.
but you just got to keep going.
I think that's where mindset comes in again, right?
Mindset is everything.
It's not about beating ourselves up over slip-ups.
Give yourself grace.
It's about learning from them,
Yeah.
getting back on track.
And celebrating the small wins along the way.
I think that's a perfect note to end on.
I agree.
We've covered so much ground in this deep dive
We have.
into this fascinating world
It's a fascinating topic.
of body recomposition.
It really is.
Thank you so much for sharing your expertise with us.
It's been my pleasure.
And to all our amazing listeners out there,
Yes.
thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery.
Until next time.
We'll catch you on the next deep dive.